After being indicted by Texas Tyler County grand jury over cuties, Netflix responded by stating, "Charge is without merit." No, Netflix, you are without morals or decency. So as we know from this past week, a grand jury indicted Netflix for cuties because, well, it's bait. It's Fredo Bait, basically. There's been national outrage over this subject. We've seen a lot of people come out of the woodwork defending this film, basically admitting that they're into the exploitation of minors and in these types of compromising situations. And I'm glad that we have freedom of speech in the United States so that the sickos can be front and center, right front and center, where you belong, so that everyone knows who to protect their children from anyone who defends this film. This film is sick. It's garbage. It's immoral. It should have never been made. It claims to be fighting something that it promotes. Don't understand it. So let's go through this article and see what Netflix had to say about supporting Fredo Bait. Netflix has been indicted by Texas Tyler County grand jury over the film Cuties. According to the court documents obtained by E! News, the streaming service is facing a charge of promotion of lewd visual material depicting children. The documents state Netflix is being accused of promoting visual material which depicts the lewd exhibition of the of a impugning area of clothed or partially clothed child who was younger than 18 at the time the visual material was created, which appeals to the purest interest in as no serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. It still astounds me that I have to censor myself about protecting our children. I can't. I have to do that on this platform. I can't say the words. My video will get demonetized or it won't get promoted. Netflix responded to the allegations in a statement to E! News. Cuties is a social commentary against the actualization of young children. A company spokesperson said this charge is without merit and we stand by the film. Cancel Netflix. You stand by this Fredo Bait. You stand by this. Are you sick in the head? Well, I think it pretty much answers the question. Yes, you are sick in the head. You should have your computer seized. You need your computer seized. You need an investigation done on you, the spokesperson, the company spokesperson, whoever you are. You, every exec, need your computer seized. You need to be checked out. You may need to go on a watch list. There is we are in clown world. We are in effing clown world where something like this even has even attempts a defense. There is no defense. Protect our children. Save our children. Cancel Netflix. The indictment appeared to be filed on September 23rd, according to a press release from the Office of Tyler County Criminal Court Attorney Lucas Babin. The summons was served on the corporation October 1st by the Texas Rangers. It also states this offense is a state jail felony. Good. People need to be locked up and investigated. As the district attorney, I have to sift through countless cases and make calls every day on how to keep our community safe, Babin stated in a release. In our county, it is not uncommon for me to confront cases with underage victims. He then noted that, after hearing about the movie Cuties and watching it, He knew there was probable cause to believe it was criminal under the Texas Penal Code. Of all the things that we hear about on the news, the fake news, about rampant white supremacy garbage, that while watching clips consistently of other types of supremacists out on the streets, destroying businesses and neighborhoods and breaking windows and causing damage and havoc. Well, they ignore that. That's just an idea. That's a peaceful protest. One of the things that is an actual problem in the world is the trafficking of minors. That is a problem in the world. That's something that we should all be on board to fight against. But we can't. We can't. Not only can we not openly talk about these things without censorship on social media platforms, but there are avid defenders on Twitter and social media who are trying to create new terms to normalize this type of sick mental illness, this sick behavior in people. And there's trafficking that happens all over the world that needs to be confronted and fought. We need to protect our children. We need to save our children from people like Netflix at this point. He continued, the legislators of the state believe promoting certain lewd material of children has destructive consequences. If such material is distributed on a grand scale, isn't the need to prosecute more, not less? The grand jury in Tyler County found probable cause for this felony, and it is my job to uphold the laws of the state and see what justice is done. According to the Netflix website Cuties, which is rated TVMA, is about an 11-year-old named Amy who starts to rebel against her conservative family traditions when she becomes fascinated with a free-spirited dance crew. That's the new description. The old description was more on the mark. The film debuted in January at the Sundance Film Festival, where it received the World Cinema Dramatic Directing honor. Yes, and the co-founder of Sundance was also arrested for acts with kids. So that's where that award came from. However, it proceeded to receive backlash after it was marketed by Netflix in August. For instance, the company received criticism for a poster and since self-deleted description used to promote the film. According to NBC News, critics claimed the movie and marketing materials sanctioned a lot of young girls. Netflix later issued an apology. They issued an apology because the poster wasn't representative of the film, yet it exactly represented the film. The original description represented the film. Netflix can apologize all day, all they want. They need to take it down. Should have never been up there. I hope you go to jail. I hope that some of you go to jail where you belong. Your computers are seized. Your home is searched. And you're put on a watch list. I do not want any of you around my children. We're deeply sorry for the inappropriate artwork we used for McDonald's Cuties. It was not okay. It was not representative of the French film, and that won an award at Sundance. Now we've updated the picture and description. Yeah, there they go. It was perfectly representative of what you were showing. Fredo Bait. We live in clown world. We live in clown world. Writer and director Mofo'n Decora also stood by the film. That's why I made Cuties, to start the debate about the stigmatization of children in society today, so that maybe, just maybe, politicians, artists, parents, and educators can work together to make a change that will benefit the children for generations to come. You made a film that's sexual young children, young girls. You are a clown. You are a clown. You are a liar. You need to be investigated, is what you need. She wrote in a piece of the Washington Post. Well, imagine that, the Washington Post. It is my sincerest hope this conversation doesn't become so difficult it gets too caught up in today's cancel culture. You know, how was this movie even made? How was it even produced? How was it allowed to happen? I don't know. What I do know is that there are certain things that we need to make a stand together about. There are certain issues, topics that we need to make a stand together All of us of common sense. All of us with morals. I don't care what religion you are. If you have a religion. I don't care what part of the political aisle. I don't care what country. I don't care what language. I don't care what color. I don't care. Whatever. Human beings. Human beings. We need to come together. We need to stand up against this type of Fredo Bait. We need to stand up against people who try to defend this, people who create this, people who promote this. These people are sick in the head. They need to be investigated. They need their computers seized. They need to be put on a watch list. There needs to be an investigation done on these people. If you're defending it, you're creating it, you're platforming it, you need to be investigated. End of story. All of us need to take a stand together. Doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. What matters is that you're a moral and decent person. Protect our children. Save our children. And cancel Netflix.